Chatterbox Bearcats. We are live at Martino's previewing the Cincinnati versus Kansas game. We'll be watching it here, and then, of course, we're going to have the live post-game show in this same exact spot. I'm Nick Niehaus, your host. Hudson Clockey joining me. Eric Lilly joining me. Chuck Walter on IR. I think it's load management for the rest of the year with Chuck. And that's actually going to bring us to our first point. Load management. I think the story of the game is coming from the other team, Kansas. Darren Peterson, who has essentially been load managing the entire season, but it has kind of reached a tipping point recently. Bill Self coming at Darren Peterson last week saying he hasn't finished games. The bottom line is there is a way to change the narrative. Play, finish. That's the way to get people to quit talking. Now, of course, this is going to be either the number 1 or number 2 pick in the NBA draft, but is he going to play today? Is he not going to play? How many minutes is he going to play? Hudson, what do you think about Bill Self kind of throwing Peterson under the bus, essentially?
It's been a long time coming. I mean, imagine if Mick Cronin was Darren Peterson's coach.
God. Yeah.
You raising your voice with me? I mean, it's just bizarre to me. I don't understand the concept of saying, hey, I'm going to play. Like, if you just want to sit out the rest of the year, sit out. I'll probably still be the number 1 pick. But to sub yourself out, I feel like it's a little bit of a red flag, man. Like, Kevin Durant's 40 years old and averages the most minutes in the NBA, and Darren Peterson, who's 18, can't play 30 college basketball games. I don't know if we've ever seen anybody do it quite like this, load management in college, but maybe this is the first of many down the line.
I hope not. I hope not, Lily.
That's my fear, is that this might be a trend, and I think Self has handled it as good as you can, right? Like, he's kind of proven to me that he's fit for the modern era despite kind of being an old school coach. He's been – he called him out 2 months ago. He responded. It's happening again. Now he's being a little more calling him out again. We'll see how he finishes the year. But, like, going forward, do you really want to be paying your top guy $3 million if he's not going to play more than 20 minutes a game? Like, is that
Does he have a guy in the stands that, like, raises his hand for him to sub out? Is that literally what's happening?
I think his agent's at the games.
Yeah. And his agent has a history of, like, kind of being hard to deal with and, like, overly protective of his clients. And, like, to me, like, I get it. You're, like, this prize jewel. I mean, he's probably still going to go number 1, in my opinion.
No matter what.
Like, I would entertain Boozer at this point just because Peterson has a lot of red flags to me. But, like, it almost feels like he's operating like he's LeBron James when he's a freshman.
Is he going to do it in the tournament? Is he going to load manage at the tournament? Yeah, in the Final Four, he's like, I got to come out.
Imagine that happens and the team they're beating by 10 comes back and wins. It would be a
Is this what Sean Abayev is doing? Is this load management?
Well, Sean Abayev not playing today, so that's obviously something to look at as well. I don't know. I mean, what is he, a sprained ankle? Isn't that what Abayev has?
Yeah,
How long has it been?
It's been
grade 2. Once you start getting into that, you lost me.
Start grading sprains.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let me check.
It looks like he's just not going to play for the rest of the season. Like you can't bank on anything from Sean Abayev. It's just a shame just coming into the season, first McDonald's All-American and God knows how long, and it just nothing came to fruition this year. It's kind of been the Wes Miller microcosm of the entire Wes Miller era.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if you're betting on this game, like, have caution when it comes to Darren Peterson because he is going to be the best player on the floor when he is on the floor. You just don't know. You have no idea. I mean, he averages 20 points, 4 rebounds, 1.6 assists. What do we even do? Because Buck gets benched last game against Utah, a bad Utah team. Buck barely plays. Obviously, Buck is the defensive specialist. Are you putting Buck on Peterson? Is he going to play? Is he going to get benched against bad Utah and then play at Kansas? Or who? I mean, Day-Day? Who do you put on Peterson?
I think they've got to try it, right? But we're also looking at a scenario here where Buck could pick up 5 fouls in 3 minutes because he gets a little wound up at big matchups. I mean, you see him on Twitter. He's excited. He very much wants people to know he's a good defender. So I think he's going to be, when he does come on the court, I'm expecting the full Buck Harris experience. He could clamp Peterson or foul out in 5 minutes. Either scenario is possible.
Who's going to be on him to start, you think, in the starting lineup? Unless he throws Buck Harris in the starting lineup. I don't know. I'm sure they announced it already.
Oh,
I don't even know.
Like Day-Day, Darren Peterson is 6'6". He literally played 18 minutes against Oklahoma State and had 23 points.
You can't put Jizzle on him.
No, there's no way. Jizzle's going to get torched.
I think Day-Day, and then see what happens.
That's crazy.
Because Peterson's much taller than Day-Day.
He is, but he likes to play on the perimeter a little bit. I mean, obviously, he can get to the rim. He can kind of do everything. But, I mean, yeah, last game he had 6 threes. So Day might be basically just a team effort. That's all you can really do with a guy like Darren Peterson. But the problem with Kansas is their whole team is good. I mean, if you just run through the stats, like they all shoot the ball pretty damn well, much better than 90% of UC's roster. So it's like if he doesn't kill you, which he probably will, there's going to be other guys that step up. Like Council's been unbelievable as well.
Yeah, Kansas is just
They're
not only good, but winning at Fog Allen just doesn't happen. I mean, that stat that it was Monday night or ESPN Big Monday where Bill Self hasn't lost on Monday in Kansas. I think his entire tenure.
Yeah,
and then Darren Peterson is sick, with quotes. He's sick. Doesn't play against the number 1 team in the country, and they still win. So I don't even know if I'd feel better if this game was at Fifth Third Arena because the vibes are so bad, but it's at Kansas. I don't feel great, obviously, at all, despite our 3-game winning streak.
What's the recipe to try to win this game?
The recipe is the minutes where Cham is off the floor, when Zella's on the floor, and it's Trey White, it's Flory Badunga, you just have to stay in the game during those minutes because it's not happening, right? Like, that's a huge mismatch. It's a problem on multiple levels. We got to find a way to, just neutralize Kansas while Cham is off the floor. I think we should probably play Cham 30-plus minutes tonight if we want to have a chance.
I think you have to. I mean, remember when Badunga was a shoo-in as a Bearcat?
Oh, don't even.
My God, man, he's a beast. He's going to be really tough. Like, the physicality that he brings, and we saw what we looked like against that physical Arizona defense, that's what worries me, is that we're going to see kind of the same thing. And there's no shame in losing to Kansas on the road.
No.
But Wes is fighting for his life. I watched Miracle this morning, listened to the speech. I bet Wes is doing one of those speeches right now. 9 out of 10 times they beat you guys, but today we play basketball with Kansas. So I don't know. There really isn't anything. You just got to go lights out from 3. That's the analysis.
Well, state of the fan base. We've won 3 in a row, and there's little rumors that, if you go on a run here to end the season, there is a world where Wes Miller returns as your head coach. Now, a lot of shows or a lot of people wouldn't say this publicly, but I am sure that there are fans out there that are rooting against the team to go on a run here to end the season.
You guys I listened to the midweek show. You guys were kind of hinting at hoping they lose this game. Did I take that the wrong way?
I will never root against them.
So here's the nice thing, Niehaus and Lily, is that if they win this game, if they do, a miracle happens, literally a Martino's miracle.
2.0.
There is a very good chance that they'll proceed to lose the next, 4 games. I don't think this would be like all of a sudden they figured everything out. The chances of winning this game are very small, so I'm going to be rooting my ass off for the Bearcats today and see if we can. Yeah. It would be really fun to win at Kansas, man. I don't think – have we ever won at Kansas? No, we haven't. Just ran through the stats. We have absolutely not won at Kansas.
Well, speaking of the midweek show, to break it down, obviously we've been talking about Peterson, load management. JT Toppin for Texas Tech, their best player, out for the season. Richie Saunders for BYU, their second best player, or maybe best. I mean, in terms of college. Let's say second best. He's out for the season for BYU. Some voodoo magic Wes Miller has to potentially go on a run.
It would be just sum up his tenure here so perfectly. It's for 3 years we had all the hope in the world for a run like this to happen. Then we tap out. We're ready. We're looking at coaching hot boards. We're moving on mentally, and then it happens. He got the Iowa State thing off his shoulder. That was a big win for once. And even with these injuries, you can visualize the dominoes falling in our favor. Even still, I have the hardest time seeing us do it. We just beat Utah by what? 3?
Yeah, that's the other thing. That's a terrible Utah team, and we barely won, and people are like,
should've
I don't
lost.
know, man, 3 in a row. We might beat Kansas, Texas Tech, BYU. I just don't see it happening.
Well, it's funny because with those injuries, the committee, I don't think they're digging too deep into it. They would just see those as quad 1 wins if we did end up beating a Texas Tech and a BYU without 2 of – I mean, Texas Tech's team is JT Toppin.
Yeah.
So I think we could absolutely beat Texas Tech. And that would just look like a quad 1 win. So if you did rattle off 2 of those and you beat Kansas, then there really is a conversation for being in the NCAA tournament. Now, I was running through Wes's best road victories, and there's few and far between.
It's BYU.
It's BYU and Texas Tech, I think, 2 years ago?
Oh, wow.
So those were the 2 biggest ones, and then we had a couple. We snuck in quad 1 wins against UCF on the road when they're 72nd in the net ranking.
Yeah,
those don't really count, but this would by far be the biggest win of Wes's career if he won this game.
It's funny because we say that every single time there's a potential big win. And it's like Iowa State was clear and away the best win of his career. It's because he hasn't had a lot of big wins in his career at UC.
You don't want to be in this position where, every time there's a big game, this will be his biggest win. This is it. This is the moment in year 5. It's a little scary to think about, as a fan, to what you're referring to a couple minutes ago, Houdini. It's I would never root against UC, but the fact that it's entering my mind is the problem. Now, I do know there are people doing it. We've seen it on Discord. We've seen it on Twitter. I've seen it in group chats. There are UC fans that are just, ready for next year.
And it's also not the same people who have just turned off the TV and have not watched at all. It's the people who do watch and want to make sure that he's not going to be the head coach.
I think it's all bark, no bite. I think that they're claiming that they're rooting against him, and then once the game turns on, next thing you know, you're fired up. You're, Day-Day hits a 3, all of a sudden you're fully back. So I don't totally buy it.
I mean, I buy it. People are doing it, but it is like tanking in the NFL where all week leading up, you're like, well, I hope we lose so we can get a better draft pick. And then the game starts, and you don't want to lose. You don't want to watch a loss.
Yeah, and I really think that if somehow they did make a miracle run, I would like to think that even if we snuck into the NCAA tournament, which is hilarious that I'm even bringing it up because most of the bracketology, they literally don't even – UC isn't even on, theoretical chances. They don't even list them at all.
Bad news. So Lunardi added us to consider today.
Lunardi did?
Oh, no.
Yeah. All right. We can't win this game.
And it's funny because years past, you thought that we were more on the bubble than we are now, which we were. But this is Wes's best record in Big 12 play, right, so far?
It really is.
And we're just so dead. It's because we finally had a non-con with a pulse, and we lost every single opportunity. I guess Lily's the one to ask about this. If we didn't lose to Eastern Michigan, are we on the bubble?
We would have been considered for a couple weeks now, for sure. And if you flip Eastern Michigan and one other game,
we're in.
You're right in the middle, or on the top.
These games
of the
matter at least. These games matter more than they do right now because
for sure, people
have tuned out, man. I got buddies who are diehard fans who are just texting oh, there's a game right now. It's sad. And
you know what's sad is if this was Wes's first Big 12 season, we would be rallying around this this tournament.
Yeah.
We would be Team of Destiny.
Dude,
we got this.
There's a real chance that they could, with the injuries that have happened, that they could finish 6th in the Big 12. Yeah. I mean, that is insane. And we're not even in the mix of the bubble. Every team around us, TCU, West Virginia, UCF, Oklahoma State, they're on the bubble, and it's all because of that Eastern Michigan loss. And you couldn't sneak out just a couple of those one-possession games, which is a shame because I do think this is Wes's best roster that he's had, and I don't even think it's close comparable to last year, and it's just going to all amount to nothing. But I guess my point initially was I wish we were, confident enough in the athletic program at UC that even if we did sneak into the tournament, they would still say we should move on because that would be a win-win for everybody. I want to see us dance a little bit. Now, if he goes on a tang run in the tournament, then sure. Yeah. We bring him back.
Let's do it. Let's do another year and see what
I don't even want to say anything pertaining to that.
I think we're going to win.
Back to the game, though. Lily kind of mentioned it. If Chom's out, staying close with Halveen versus Flory, which we wish that was in practice and not at Kansas, right? Halveen versus Flory. Who specifically, Houdini, do you need to see just go off? Is it Jizzle? Because Jizzle was going nuclear, shooting 68% from 3 in a 5-game stretch 2 weeks ago. And then, of course, he puts up a dud against Utah. Is it Jizzle? Is it – I mean, Day-Day's been bad, man, but we need Day-Day to turn it around.
It's kind of a terrible answer to your question, but it's collectively they just all need to play out of their minds. I mean, truly. This is a vintage Kansas team. This isn't the Kansas team we saw for the last couple of years. This team is really damn good, like arguably one of like a number one team in the country type good. So I think everybody needs to go off, but clearly if Jizzle James and Day Thomas have a stinker, there is no chance.
Yeah.
I think Chom and Baba have just been pretty consistent lately. The wild cards have been the guard play. So we need those guys to step up, and Day is so due. He's so due, man. He's been our most consistent guy for the last 3 seasons, and he has just played flat out bad for, 3 weeks now? So
Big 12 play.
Yeah, he needs to step up. We know he can do it. This isn't an issue of can he do it. He needs to put it together, and he's only got a few games left in his collegiate career. So I'm confident that he'll figure it out before the year ends. But
So Houdini's saying Day.
Who are you saying?
That's your final answer.
Who are you
Day-Day.
saying?
I'm going Martino's Miracle. We beat Kansas in football here. It was unexpected. You know, we weren't like super excited before the game, and then it was just a great game. We had Noah Jennings come out of nowhere, Gavin Grover come out of nowhere, Jalen Celestine.
Damn it, Lily, you took my pick.
Houdini said we need to hit threes. I think this is one of those ones, like, if you do win the game, it's someone hit 5, 6, 7 threes. That's my pick is Celestine. And if we win this game, even when we have a Kansas home game, we should have the thing here. Like, we got to keep the Kansas streak going.
I agree.
If we win.
All right, I got to pivot because you just took my guy, my favorite player on the team, Celestine. A lot of asterisks here.
Ooh.
If Peterson plays and plays a lot, I'm taking Buck defensively. Like, we need Buck to show up defensively and somehow take Peterson out of it. Now, Buck was like up for Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year. He didn't win it, right? He was just one of the top guys.
I think he won it last year. He was.
I should know that.
Yeah, I think he was.
Either way, metrics-wise, he was the best defensive player in the Big 12 last year. Why couldn't he shut down Darren Peterson? Maybe because this guy is.
Shouldn't he?
The thing about Peterson, man, he just moves different. He's one of those guys you watch and you're like, this guy clearly
He looks
is.
like Michael Jordan.
He does.
I mean, it
his
is
shot
hard to
looks-
say he doesn't.
Pair his shooting mechanics up with some of MJ's. There was one shot on the wing a couple weeks ago. I'm like, oh my god, this might be the next.
You heard it from
coming.
Niehaus. Darren Peterson's better than Michael Jordan, even though he doesn't want to play basketball.
Yeah, I hate that. You know what's interesting, though, is that this spread is alarming. It's moving in UC's favor. It's at 8.5 right now.
Oh, my
started
goodness.
out at 10.5, which if you're just a casual basketball fan, I mean, hell, we've watched UC play all year. You look at that, you go 8.5 at Kansas.
I'm hammering Kansas.
Hammer Kansas. So that makes me
like
think
that.
there's some voodoo going on here that maybe they have a chance because that's bizarre.
Absolutely. I like that too because the public rarely wins. Like you said, casual fan, they're going to smack Kansas minus 8.5. I like it. I like that. Man, we might have
Might be a
shot
tight
here.
game.
It might be.
Uh-oh.
It should be at halftime, right? Like, I feel like we should be able to hang in there a little.
You know what I would love to see is Chom just bully Badunga. That would be
You
very nice.
won't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, we
I would love to see it,
But
too.
I
You
would love
won't.
to see it. I mean, considering Badunga got crystal balled here, he broke everybody's hearts. He didn't do anything himself, right? It was just the hype around him that Drew Adams, who was basically like family, couldn't even get him in Clifton. But anyway, Chom, obviously a huge get, doesn't have a great start of the year this year. People are like, what are we paying this guy for? We're giving him all this money. He's not playing very well. I would throw all that out if he has a good game today against Badunga. That would be worth it for me. I would love to see Chom bully Badunga. It's not going to happen. We'll see. I mean, but that's the number one thing I want to see. What about you?
And we got a couple more minutes here, so, like, you picking Buck Harris made me start thinking about this a little more. He does have to play, right? Because Day-Day's got to be on Melvin Council. Like, he has to play.
Yeah.
Like, more than last game.
Well, it's crazy. He got benched against Utah, who is terrible. And like you said, he's going to play.
Yeah.
He has to, right?
Yeah.
You can't have an all Big 12 defender sit on the bench against Kansas, specifically Darren Peterson. So he's got to play. I think Wes is just kind of looking at it. I don't know. He's like pros and cons here. He's like when Buck Harris is on the floor offensively, it is a massive net negative for this offense.
Yeah.
In this scenario, when you're playing a explosive offense like Kansas, he has to play. So I would think the Utah game, he's like, these guys aren't really that good anyway. We don't need an
That's true.
all Big 12 defender.
Yeah.
And then you're going to dribble it. I get so annoyed by him dribbling the basketball.
Well, if he takes a 3 today, I want Wes to pull a Mick Cronin and kick him out of the game.
Just throw him out.
Kick him out of the game. If he shoots a 3, his ass is going to the locker room.
I do appreciate that he's still bought in. Like, he's still tweeting after every game, even though he played 6 minutes against Utah. So I do appreciate that. But he's been probably my most frustrating player on this roster has been Buck Harris, based on what I was expecting coming in.
You know what's crazy? We've spent 5 minutes talking Buck Harris. We've talked about multiple players. We have not even mentioned Baba Miller.
Yeah.
Because we know what we're getting with Baba. He's going to have 15 and 12. Like, he just is. That's what he does, and it's awesome. If he can – every now and again, though, I will say he does have a dud. He throws up a dud.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
But I think we know what we're going to get with Baba. The problem is, are we going to rely on him trying to create his own offense? Because that never works.
Yeah, and Kansas isn't the best rebounding team. Like, if you kind of need Baba to really clean up those defensive boards today, that's been one of the bigger surprises of the season is his performance on the board, I think.
I mean, is he still up there as, the best defensive rebounder in college basketball? It's really impressive what he's put together. The problem is he made those 2 threes, a week ago? And now he's starting to fire threes. And it's getting uglier and uglier as I see them. So please stop doing that, Bob, if you're listening before the game.
I would be more okay with it. I mean, he shot 30% last year from 3. It's like, I just don't want to see it from Buck Harris. I believe that Baba can.
Baba has a longer leash. Let's just say that
absolutely.
because he's our best player. He can get away with some of that stuff. When Buck Harris shoots a 3, he needs to be yanked.
From the game.
From
Entirely.
the game.
Into the locker room. Mick Cronin style. Yeah.
I agree.
Sean Abayev not playing. Kirk Risa is active. Ooh. How much Kirk Risa are we going to see?
I bet it's very minimal.
It's gonna be,
Tillery is another interesting guy. Is he going to play? This is a huge moment. He turns the ball over like crazy. But he is a different – he attacks differently than a Jizzle James and a Day-Day Thomas. I mean, you guys were talking about the free throw rate thing. Tillery actually gets to the rim. He's, a bulldog. But the problem is this moment too big for a freshman with the way that he turns the ball over? I would argue probably.
The lights are going to be bright.
Yeah.
The lights are going to be bright. Final thoughts, Lily and Hudson. Start with Lily.
Yeah, final thoughts for me. I feel okay about the game. I think we'll hang in there till halftime, and down the stretch, I think Kansas's physicality is going to get to us. And I really, to what Houdini just said, I don't really want to see much Kirk Risa tonight. I don't think he's going to guard well enough at all against Kansas's guards. If he does get in and starts hitting a couple threes, let's ride with it. But I think Kansas is going to win by 12.
Oh. Houdini.
Screw it. Martino's miracle. Bearcats win by 1 on a buzzer beater by Day-Day Thomas. Lock it in.
All right. We're going to be live. We're going to be here at Martino's during the game. And, of course, we'll have the post-game show immediately after. Bearcats 8.5-point dogs at Fog Allen Fieldhouse at Kansas. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Good.